I just knew that if I was going with Intellitec, that I wouldn't have any issues with the implementation or the migration over. My name is Russell Colosi. I am the current Vice President of Operations and Finance at the organization. Well, our company is called Firstrust Financial Resources. We are the wealth advisory arm of Firstrust Bank, which is the largest and oldest community bank in the greater Philadelphia area. Intellitec has been very helpful in the previous 7 years that I've been working with them. And I imagine they were helpful in the however many years that my predecessor was working with you guys. So naturally, you were my first point of contact to, just ask, how do I get off Dynamics GP? How do I get on more of a cloud-based software? The service has always been great. It's been timely. You've always been able to fix any and all problems that I've had. So I really didn't look to market because why would I roll the dice on something like that important as an entire accounting migration over when I already have an established relationship with you guys, and so far that relationship has been outstanding. And if it wasn't outstanding, I would have shopped. But there hasn't been a single point in my relationship over the past 7 or 8 years working with you guys that I thought to myself, I got to get a new vendor for this because these guys are terrible. I've never had that thought once. Your sales team worked with me on getting this to a figure that worked within our budget for this project, which was very helpful. This wasn't inexpensive, but it wasn't break the bank expensive either. And it's a really important service. And I've always operated under the mindset that you want your business partners to stay in business so they can't give the store away, if you know what I mean. It has to be mutually beneficial for everybody. And I think this was. So I don't know if it was any one thing. It was just the whole process was ultra helpful. So every Monday we had a 1-hour conference call where we would go, they would teach me how to do something in the sandbox environment, step by step how to do it. And then they would send me an email with the recording, all the things that we covered, all the things that we have yet to cover. From their demeanor on the calls was nothing but fantastic, to recording the calls and then sending me the recording of the call, and then I could use that recording to recreate what we did on the call on my own timeline, and then create my own training manual so that I could just hit the ground running when this thing went live. So helpful. Very helpful, very friendly. There were several times where I was getting agitated because I couldn't figure out how to do something. I'm like, well, I used to do it this way and this is wrong. And I'm just not a knock on Intellitec and the staff that Intellitec has. Just this is more like a personal problem with me of getting frustrated on things not working the way I expected them to work. And they're just like, oh no, you do it like this, and super helpful. Never seemed irritated with any of my questions, and I had lots of them. True professionals, they were fantastic. I can't say enough nice things about Brooke and Amanda, who are helping me throughout this whole process. Absolutely great. Brooke and Amanda have been extremely responsive. They even gave me access to the generic help mailbox, and I'm the first time she was like, listen, I may not be available to answer you because I'm helping other people the same way I was helping you. If you send it to this generic mailbox, you'll probably get a faster answer, or you could get a faster answer than by just emailing me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, here we go, pushing me off on the equivalent of an 800 number, but this is the generic mailbox, right? But I will tell you, that generic mailbox, I'm getting answers back in less than a day. If I send the request to that generic mailbox at 9 o'clock in the morning, by 12 o'clock I have an answer. So I was a little apprehensive about it in the beginning, but it's been phenomenal. And many times the person that's answering that generic mailbox is Brooke, the person who helped me with the implementation. So you guys have a great system over there. I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it right. When you're dealing with the type of information that somebody in my position deals with when it comes to the accounting of the firm and the financials of the firm, and that's ultimately tells the president and CEO and the partners of the firm, are you profitable? Are you making money? You're not making money? What are your expenses? Where are you spending your money, right? That is very important to have done correctly and have done in a timely manner. I would absolutely recommend Intellitec Solutions for that service. My own personal experience, I would have recommended Intellitec anyway, due to my past experience before I had this experience of migrating to a whole new system. But now that I have migrated to a whole new system, there's really nobody else in my mind that I would recommend besides you guys.